Hello anyone, Mr. Skyson here and welcome back to more Love at First Sight. Last time we had a cliffhanger just before the big date with the Cyclops girl. Left you hanging, huh? Today, the continuation. Let's go. Nice place, nice place. The trees are a little bit dead though. What time of year is this? Oh hi. Since it's the weekend, the street to the station has quite a few people on it. And that goes double for the shopping center we have to go through to get there. Really? I'm not seeing anybody here aside from Sachi. The train itself isn't any better. It's so packed, in fact, that I don't think it's going to be possible to have any kind of conversation with Sachi until we arrive at our destination. Ah, man, that sucks. Look at all these people. That said, since our destination isn't particularly far away, we probably should have just walked. It doesn't take that long to get there, though, and we both feel relieved once we get off the train. There sure are a lot of people out today. I mean, look at them all. They're all over the place. You okay?
Yeah. I don't really use the train, so I was startled to see so many people on it, but I'm alright.
Great, then why don't we walk around and try to find somewhere to eat?
But we just got here. Sure.
We start walking around an area that probably has a place we can eat at. Actually, I already know where I'm taking her since I looked around for a good place beforehand, 'cause I'm smart like that. I thought it'd be better to take Sachi to a quieter place where she can let her guard down while we talk, rather than a street with a lot of big shops and a ton of people. Makes sense. I mean, look at all of these people, my gosh. I try to start a conversation with Sachi, but as I turn my head to look at her, she's nowhere to be found, and I immediately start to panic. My baby! Where is she? I quickly realize that she didn't actually disappear. She's just standing right behind me, several meters behind me. Why? Weren't we supposed to be walking together? Sachi? I quickly turn around and close the distance between us, grabbing her hand and dragging her along with me.
Yes? What is it?
Do you not want to walk next to me or something?
No, nothing like that. It's just, I don't know if you want me to walk next to you.
I mean, we're on a date, aren't we? That's typically how it goes. Why wouldn't I want you to?
What? But if you walk next to me, people might think you know me.
But I do know you. That's why I want to walk with you. Yeah, that's the point. Dates. Walking together. Kinda how it works.
Yeah, but...
I said walk with me. I understand what she's getting at. She definitely draws a lot of attention. I saw that she got a lot of startled glances and stares from people we passed on the street as we were making our way here. They just couldn't stop staring and taking pictures. They thought that we looked so cute together, not even noticing her one big eye. Then again, I'm pretty sure they were all monsters as well. I feel like a lot of them were overreacting, though that's not exactly surprising to me either. I guess it's only natural that she'd want to hide her face to avoid those stares. Maybe stopping her from wearing her hood was not the best idea. So I quickly pull it over her head and pull the drawstring so it's closed. Put your hood up if it makes you feel better. I want to walk next to you.
But you said...
I know what I said, and now I'm saying something else. She takes a half step backwards, putting a little more distance between us. Then she turns and runs away as quickly as she possibly can. I don't think there's anything wrong with being seen with you. Come on, don't run away. I quickly run after her, tackling her to the ground and picking her back up to take along with me. I close the half step distance and grab her hand to keep her here, grabbing tightly and then tying a rope to her.
Huh?
We're going to be seen together anyway, so we might as well walk together, right? I'm fine with it, but if you don't want to walk with me, just say so and I'll let go of your hand. You can run all the way home.
I do want to, but isn't this a little... datey?
Well, it is a date. That's kind of the point. Her voice becomes a whisper as she stares at the ground, but after a moment she tilts her head up just enough to look at me. She's blushing.
Senpai, is this really okay?
I don't see why not. Of course, I don't see anything wrong with it. We're just two good chums hanging out, holding hands.
Okay then, let's go. Thanks. Thank you.
Her grip on my hand tightens ever so slightly, breaking a couple of bones. Actually, I'm finding myself getting a little flustered as well, but I don't think I could let go of her hand even if I wanted to. I have horrible arthritis, you see, and my fingers have locked in place. Dots. Lady dots. With our hands clasped together, I start to worry that my grip on her hand is too tight, or that I'm walking too quickly for her. As I become aware of everything I could be doing wrong, I quickly start to feel very embarrassed. I look down at her as I'm dragging her body along. She seems fine. I'm too focused on these details to actually make conversation with Sachi. I try to calm down, forcing myself to not think about anything and focusing only on the feeling of Sachi's hand in mine. In my lack of focus, I run into a tree and break my nose. Her slender hand is warm, and, faintly, I can feel that warmth flood into my own hand. I am very cold, you see, for I lack blood of my own. She adjusts her grip, and rough spots on her otherwise smooth skin gently scrape across my palm. They feel like they might be scabs or something. Oh my. Well, she does have bandages on them. Wait, didn't this hand have a bandage on it before? No, they're still there. The shallow grooves on her soft hand are strangely alluring, and I unconsciously trace them with my fingers. Sachi's own fingers twitch in response, though I'm not sure whether this is reflex or not. Thinking I've offended her, I glance at Sachi only to find that she's already staring at me with her one big eye, licking her lips. Sorry.
It's fine.
I, was just wondering, like, are those scars on your hands? I just wanted to feel them to make sure.
It's okay. You can touch them, if you want.
Blood rushes to her smiling face, and then she faints. And I think mine turns just as red. I faint as well. That cafe, do you want to have lunch there? I saw it when I was looking for good places to eat before we came. I've heard good things about it. I point at the first place I see that looks like it might serve food. So much for the place I had planned to take us to. It wasn't the most elegant way of changing the subject, but I can't take the embarrassment. Oh, I'm feeling faint.
Oh, it looks nice. Do you want to get lunch now then?
Well, it's still a little early for lunch. Maybe we should wander around a bit more and come back later.
That's true. Okay, let's come back later.
And with that, Sachi's hold on my hand grows tighter, breaking even more of my bones. This time I squeeze back, breaking a couple of hers. If we didn't look like a couple when we left, we certainly do now. And then we both fainted. Never mind, we're fine. Dots. After that, we explored the area a bit, and I enjoyed that, but we didn't say much to each other. Not that it was an uncomfortable silence. Sometimes I'd look over at Sachi, and no matter where she was looking, she was always wearing a cheerful expression. Oh, that's nice. She's finally happy. Aren't you getting bored of just wandering around with me, or just of me?
No, not at all. Even just walking around like this is fun. There's so much to see, and all these stores look interesting.
Really? Well, if you see a store you like, let me know. We can stop and take a look inside if you want.
I don't think I'd buy anything, though.
We can just browse. Even if you don't plan on buying anything, there's nothing wrong with looking, you know. Yeah, that's how I do. I window shop a lot until I find something that I like, and if I don't have the money for it, I come back later.
I suppose not.
Hey, this one looks interesting, don't you think? I stop in front of one of the stores we're passing. The sign reads, Dan's Used Dogs. Today only, everything 50% off. Peeking in through the open double doors, we see that the store has a trendy atmosphere with big decorations. It's selling accessories, clothing, and other classy-looking merchandise. There isn't really anything here for someone who doesn't care about the latest fashions and trends, but at least there are still a lot of unusual things to look at.
I've never been in a store like this.
Maybe you can find something you like. How about this? I take something I think Sachi might like off the display just outside the door and offer it to her. It's some sexy lingerie that I think would be a perfect fit for her to wear around town.
These are sunglasses?
She's so confused. Try them on. I'm sure they will work on your face. Wait, you don't have a nose. Yeah, the one eye thing aside, she doesn't seem to have a nose. Not even one of the little notches or dots like some anime figures have. How would she wear glasses at all? One giant goggle?
Huh? Okay.
She puts the sunglasses over her face, which now looks even more puzzled. That's totally natural, of course, and I laugh in her face at how ridiculous she looks. These sunglasses, with their two lenses, are only going to make it harder for her with her one eye and no nose to see. They obviously don't suit her, but her reaction is too adorable and charming. Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. Aside from it would be so funny to see you this way. It would be so nice if they actually had some of the art for this.
Are you making fun of me, Senpai? I should have seen it coming.
Sachi suddenly becomes very obviously depressed. I really should have been more sensitive about her eye and picked up the giant goggle. No, I'm really sorry. I won't do anything like that again.
You'd better not, otherwise I'm going to shank you and leave you to bleed out in the street. I'm just joking. Just a little payback.
Having turned the tables on me, she can't help but let her smile slip back onto her face. I didn't expect her to pull something like that. And now she's pulling a knife. Man, I can't believe you got me with that. Seriously though, I am sorry. I should be more considerate of your, ocular differences.
It's okay. I know you didn't mean anything by it.
That's true, but still. Anyway, I'd suggest we check out the store, but I actually think it's about time we ate lunch.
Sure, let's go find that cafe again. But you'd better not be trying to trick me into walking all over the place, making me exhausted, and then getting me lost in the city.
Sachi doesn't seem to be upset at me at all, but I'm a little disappointed that she won't get a chance to check out the store. Why did we leave the cafe to begin with if we were just going to come here, look at the doors, and then leave again? I take one last look inside, and one of the shelves catches my eye. Ow! Well, now we both have one eye. Hey, which do you like best out of blue, green, and orange?
Huh? Well, orange. Why?
No reason. Or, well, wait here for a second.
Okay. 1,
I run into the store, leaving Sachi,
3,
who is genuinely confused
4,
this time, behind.
5, 6,
And then everything goes black, because, I lost an eye.
9.
Sorry about that.
That was way longer than 1 second, I was counting. That was quick. Did you buy something?
No, 5-finger discount. Yeah, look. I got you this flower made of plastic. Just like my love for you, it shall never wilt. I show the cell phone strapped to Sachi. It's a simple orange flower dangling off a green string made to look like a stem.
Oh, how cute. Is that for your cell phone? I didn't think you were into things like that.
No, yours.
Huh? Mine? Why? Don't you like my plain phone? I keep it nice and clean and new looking, just for you. And now you want to decorate it like it's not good enough? I'm gonna stab you.
I guess something to remember today, bye? Please don't stab me.
What? No, I couldn't. You hang on to it, senpai.
Even if I did, I wouldn't use it. I'm not into flowers. Plus, my phone already has a ton of stuff connected to it.
Well, let me pay for it then.
Like I said, 5-finger discount. Don't worry about it. Think of it as thanks for hanging out with me today. Take it.
Are you sure?
Of course. It wasn't that expensive anyway, so don't feel like you owe me.
Well, okay. Thank you very much.
No problem. I noticed your phone doesn't have any kind of decorations on it, so I figured you might like it. But if you don't have to put it on your phone or anything.
No, it's really cute. I think it's lovely. I'll put it on right now.
Yep, that's a phone, all right. She takes out her phone and attaches her new strap. Looks good. I was afraid the color might be too bright, but if it's the only one hanging there, it works out nicely.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you so much, Mamoru-senpai.
She looks so happy, tightly grasping her phone and smiling at the strap. She crushes it in her hands. My pleasure. Anyway, we should start heading to the cafe. We have a little time to spare, but if the place is crowded, we'll never get in before the movie starts unless we go now.
Yes, right. Let's go. Senpai?
For some reason, Sachi's voice seems to be quavering, as she calls out to me. Huh? I think I can guess what she's about to say, but I don't know if she's thought it through. A few moments pass in silence. Then a few minutes, a few hours, a couple of days pass. It's very awkward just standing here silently. Then I wordlessly take her hand because I finally get what's going on. Dots! Sachi doesn't say anything else, and instead just squeezes my hand tightly as we start walking, crushing a couple of more bones. I won't be able to use my hands after this. Before long, we arrive at the cafe we found earlier. Luckily, there aren't too many people, and we find a table more or less immediately. Hey, new art. Ooh, new music. Romantic, I think. It's warm enough today that sitting outside is comfortable, so we take one of the outdoor tables and start looking through the menu. I wonder if I should get a sandwich or not. I'm not sure I'm that hungry. Maybe I'll just order everything else on the menu. No, I'm on a diet. I'll only order half the menu and put it on you to pay.
The sandwich does sound good. Oh, this looks delicious.
It doesn't take too long for us to decide, and we soon place our orders. As we're waiting for our food, Sachi's gaze keeps drifting onto me, only to flit away as soon as I notice. It seems like she wants to say something, but she's not sure how to say it. What's up?
The sky... Senpai, do you want to touch me? Touch my scars, I mean. Sorry, that came out wrong.
Huh? This takes me so off guard that I start sputtering like an idiot. What? What do you mean?
Nothing. It's just, you were touching them before, so I thought you might want to, do the nasty with my scars. Touch them.
Oh, I see. That's a very strange request. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say in this situation. That is a very strange request.
Since I met you, you've done so much for me, Mamoru-senpai, but I've never done even one thing for you. I want to do something to repay you for all the times you've made me happy, but I can't really think of anything. Sorry, that must have been a really creepy thing to ask. Please just forget about it. And me, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
I get the feeling that Sachi thinks she owes me a debt. She really doesn't have that much social experience after all. After thinking about this strange proposal for a bit, I realize she really is trying to repay me in her own way. Well, Yeah, sure. Why not?
Huh?
Your scars. I want to, touch them? Can I? I guess. I can't think of this as her repaying a debt. Just being able to be with her is a reward enough, though saying that to her probably won't change her mind anyway. I feel like her letting me touch her scars will somehow lighten the burden she carries every day, even if this is a strange thing to do. This is for Sachi's sake. I did ask to, but it's not like I actually want to feel her scars. Or at least, that's how I should feel. Instead, this is secretly one of my fetishes.
Oh, yes. Go ahead.
Trembling, she puts her right hand on the table. Wasn't that the one that had the big bandage on it? It seems to be missing. Did she take off the bandage so I could touch that? Oh, that's weird. Thanks. But intentionally touching another person's injuries like this is really weird, and I feel apprehensive about doing it. They're all squishy and bleeding out. Before, I only felt them because we were holding hands, but this time I'm doing it on purpose, and a girl's hand is obviously much smaller than mine. No, obviously. Look at those big, beefy hands. The scars cover more of her palm than I thought they might. Actually, looking at it, her entire body is made of scars. This is really weird. Now that I can see them closely, it looks like they're mostly healed. The bandages that covered them seem to have been removed a few days ago, and any pain or bleeding must have subsided by now. If they were removed a few days ago, wouldn't you have seen them? I run my thumb along the smooth outline of the scars, tracing them. There's not much left of the scabs that must have covered these scars only a few days ago. I never got a good look at them until now. They aren't as rough as I thought they might be. I glide my thumb along the inside of the pale grooves, then back out to the edges. Scabs still occupy the very center of her scars. She would probably start bleeding again if the scabs were picked off. This is getting oddly in-depth about scabs and scars for a romance game. Does the writer have a fetish? These scabs will probably start falling off soon, actually. I'm sure they were huge when they were fresh. I wish I could have touched them, rubbed them, licked them. Oh my. The skin outlining these scabs is bright pink and, closer to the center, white. The center of her scar is sunken, as though part of her palm was cut out. That sounds kind of rough. And I let my thumb creep into the depression. Sachi's hand shudders under my touch as I jam my thumb into the scar. Sorry, did that hurt?
No, it didn't. That part is still sensitive is all. I'm fine, don't worry. But do it again and I'll stab you in your other eye.
I look up at Sachi apologetically and see that her face has become much redder than when we entered the cafe. Having someone examine your hand so intensely in public would probably be embarrassing for anyone. I try rubbing her scar a bit. Oh my. I probably shouldn't be enjoying this so much, but sometimes you just gotta give in to your fetish. When I put pressure on her hand, she makes a really cute expression as she flinches ever so slightly. She's adorable in those moments, and seeing that makes me want to rub the part of her scab that's still healing. Guy, you are getting a little bit weird about the scabs and scars.
Excuse me.
I come out of my trance with a start as the waitress brings our food on a fold-out platter. I hurriedly give Sachi back her hand, throwing it in her face and leaving the table clear, and the waitress puts our sandwiches in front of us. Sandwiches.
Do you need anything else?
Oh, no, thank you. When she brought our food, the waitress looked Sachi over curiously, and then, as she left, shot me a strange, almost wary glance. I guess I really deserve that, though. I'm too ashamed to look at Sachi now, so I just leave her there. Thanks, Sachi.
Yeah. If you want to touch them again, just ask.
What, she actually wants me to touch them again? No. No way! Does she have the same fetish? I shouldn't have even touched them in the first place. But I did, and it felt oh so right. Well, our food's here. Let's eat.
Right.
Hey, this is pretty good. How's yours?
It's delicious. It's a grilled cheese with thinly sliced orphan meat with a tall glass of blood. Mine's good too. I'm glad we came here.
Things got pretty awkward between us after that, and even normal conversation feels out of place. So we both black out. We both awaken a few hours later down the street at that store where I got the flour for Sachi. I think it's about time we headed to the movie.
Okay.
We've finished lunch, and it seems like the awkward atmosphere between us has cleared up. I think we'll get there a little early, but at least we can get good seats this way. If we get there too late, the seats will fill up and we'll be stuck in the very back of the theater. All alone, just the two of us, nobody to watch.
Oh, would we? Sounds nice.
We head toward the place where the movie is being shown. We're not that far away, though, so it only takes us a few minutes to get there. Ooh, all sorts of new art today. This is it.
There are already people lining up?
Well, it is movies, so yeah. Looks like it. They'll probably let everyone in soon, though. So we should probably stab the guy in front and take his spot so we can get the best seats.
I can't wait to see the movie.
Yeah, I hope it's a good one. Dots. Dots. But we don't get to see the movie? Oh, man. The movie is less than 2 hours long, and we soon find ourselves out in front of the theater again. I stretch and breathe in the cool evening air, happy to be moving around again after sitting inside for so long. Oh, that is always a good feeling. Once you're done watching the movie and you're up again, just moving around. Something about sitting in the seats, even if they're well cushioned. You just get really stiff feeling, and that first stretch is always so nice.
That movie was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, better than I thought it was going to be. Of course, that's not saying much. I thought it was going to be a steaming pile. The story was about a mischievous kid who gets put in a boarding school, makes some friends, and works with his teacher to make their school play a success. It's based off a children's book, so the whole thing is fun and lighthearted, with unfortunately no deaths in the making of this film. We discuss what we thought of the movie. Sachi seems to have loved it, but eventually her voice gets quieter and she starts hanging her head again.
The main character sure had a lot of friends and a nice teacher, and they were able to win in a tough situation. It's a really nice story. Maybe if I was born a normal person, I'd be stronger like him.
She gets quieter and quieter, and eventually I can barely make out what she's saying. I'm not sure if she's talking to me anymore. Aw, man, is the date over that early? Hey, Sachi?
Oh, yes?
Earlier, you were saying how you wanted to repay me for what I've done for you, right? But you know, just getting to be with you is enough for me.
Dots?
I know I can't decide for her what she thinks, no matter how many times I say that. Or how times. Grammar! Yay! But we spent all day together. That shows how I feel pretty clearly, doesn't it? I know I've said this before, but I'm here for you no matter what. Anything you need, I'll help however I can. Anything. I don't know if I can be considered a good-natured person, but I can say for sure that I care for her from the bottom of my heart. What I felt when I first saw her can only be described as love at first sight. The more I tell Sachi how I feel and the more time we spend together, the stronger our bond will get. I feel like I can't take my eyes off her now. I'm obsessed. I need to be with her. I need to strip her down and wear her skin like a suit. I mean, not that I can help that much. I can't do what's impossible for me. And there are some things that I won't do anyway. I mean, I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I don't want to impose on you, Senpai.
Sachi is as stubborn as always when it comes to another person helping her. I know I won't get her to just meekly accept this like she does with everything else. I'm not giving up, though. Even if she doesn't want to impose on me, I want to impose on her and be by her side. I want to make sure she can keep smiling.
But thank you for the offer. I'm really glad that we got to meet, Mamoru-senpai. I'm much happier now than I was before, and all of my wounds have started to heal up as well. I think it's because I'm absorbing your life force.
But, you know, there are still a lot of fun things we can do. Lot of fun things. Oh, I know. I wanted to introduce you to my friends so we can all hang out together. Lot of fun things.
Your friends? Are you sure that's a good idea?
Yeah, totally. Trust me, they're good people. One of them's a little bit obnoxious, but they're good people. And besides, I've already told them about you.
If you think it's okay, well, alright. I'll look forward to meeting them then.
Great. Oh, we should probably start heading home, shouldn't we? It's not actually that late, but the sun is setting, and it's starting to get dark. At this point, it's probably best to do what Sachi's aunt wanted and head straight home.
Yes, it's getting late. Actually, can I ask a favor?
What do you need? You want me to touch you?
Can we hold hands on the way home?
She wants me to touch her. Yeah, I think that's a favor I can grant. It takes Sachi's hand in mine without hesitation, crushing a few bones, but she seems fine with it. I feel the warmth of her hand as she squeezes mine, crushing a few bones back. This is a fun day. It suddenly feels like the day when she'll let herself rely on me isn't so far off. End of chapter? Hey! Hand holding. Act 5. Cry One's Eye Out. Well, that title sounds a little bit ominous. I guess we'll find out what the crying is about next time. But anywho, this has been Love at First Sight. I hope you've enjoyed reading. If you did, then give the like button a tap. And if you want to see more like this or more from me, then give the subscribe button a big thumbs up. And we'll see you all next time, and remember to stay groovy.